Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, everybody. How are we doing today? Welcome to Godher. It's a new day. I just always feel like doing like a little jingle. It's a new day. And I hope you're hanging in there. I hope that you're strong. I hope that you're not allowing yourself to be consumed by the circumstances, because circumstances and situations are subject to change. Seasons are bound to change. We're not constantly stuck in a winter. I am so excited that it's August. Happy new month, by the way. I'm really happy because this means that my birthday is coming up. Yes, it's end of October, but I'm excited because then it means for me that spring is around the corner, and that's just like the best news for me. Like, that gets me so happy, gets me so excited. I love warm weather. I just function so much better when it's a bit warm, when the sun is a little brighter. We're all different, but I celebrate that about myself. Sure, a lot is going on. There are so many losses, of human life, losing loved ones. There's a lot going on. But at the end of it all, we know that things will get better. And we know that time will heal. I don't know where you are right now. I don't know what you're going through. I don't know if you've lost a loved one recently, but I just want to let you know that time will heal, and allow yourself to go through the process of grief. It comes in waves, and allow it and be okay when you're not feeling okay. Be okay with that. Go through the feels. Feel what you need to feel, and find strength within yourself to keep on rising and to keep on fighting, because we're still here. We still have a life to live, and we've got a lot to be thankful for. I'm coming to you today from a different spot because a girl's got to do what a girl's got to do. I have done away with excuses, and I just told myself, like, you know what, I've got to do what I've got to do, find a little corner so that I can speak to my people. Thank you so much for everyone that has subscribed, all our new family members. I am so grateful. Every subscription means so much to me. Thank you so much, guys, that you drop comments. It means so much to me. I'm grateful that we're able to chat about what we're chatting about. So today, I wanted to speak about discomfort. I wanted to speak about how, when you've made up your mind to grow, and when you've made up your mind to develop, how you have to be okay with being uncomfortable. I know that sounds weird, but it's something that I've had to learn to embrace. I've had to learn to embrace discomfort. Let me just give you an example. I don't like making phone calls. Hey, I don't like phone calls. I could text and email the whole day. But there are some certain situations where you need to pick up the phone and call. I get it. And I've had to be okay with that discomfort. I've had to be okay with having to pick up the phone and call. Maybe you need to speak to someone that needs to assist you in the business or whatever. I've had to be okay with picking up the phone and calling. I really don't like phone calls. And another thing that I always struggled with is following up. I don't like follow-ups. But in order to grow and in order to become better at running a business, at developing and manifesting my gifts, those are some of the things that I've had to be okay with. I've had to be okay with being uncomfortable. I read somewhere, I think it was last week, that if it's not uncomfortable, then you're probably not growing, then it's probably not growth. And it resonated with me. It made so much sense to me, because if you look at your life, every time you've had to go through a major change, a change that is beneficial to you, a change that is beneficial to your growth journey. Realize how uncomfortable it is. Every time you start something new, you just feel like you're being stretched. And I realized that discomfort doesn't go away. I remember when I started singing in the church choir, right? Sure, I would be so scared. I would be so nervous. I still get nervous, by the way. I don't know. I just still get nervous. The nerves don't go away. Someone was asking me, like, yeah, Marawena, you're used to this by now. Like, I'm like, it's something you never get used to. Because, like, for me, I always tell people that music ministry for me, like, the nerves just remind me that this is not my own thing, that I'm here to serve. I'm here to serve the master. I'm here, and I can't do this without his spirit. I can't do this without his grace. So for me, that's what the nerves do. They just remind me that I need the help of the divine, right, in order to execute this task. So I would get really, really nervous when I have to start singing, standing in front of people. Like, my hand would literally be shaking like this, and I'd be like, I wonder if people can see that my hand is shaking, because I am so scared. But over the years, I've had to be okay with that discomfort. And that discomfort has helped me to embrace the grace and the gifting that is upon my life when it comes to the area of music ministry. It's okay to be uncomfortable when you're growing. And there are so many hurdles that you're going to come across, even in the journey of manifesting your gifts. And I just want you to know that because you're uncomfortable, it does not mean that it's not meant for you. I think I mentioned in one of the videos that, as believers, sometimes we like to say, like, if something maybe doesn't work out the first time, we'll be like, no, maybe it's not the will of God. The fact that you're uncomfortable, or the fact that it's a new terrain that you have to charter, it does not mean that it's not the will of God, right? I want us to understand that, and I want us to be okay with being uncomfortable. Discomfort just simply means that this is something new. I've never done this before. But you realize that you get to a point where you start putting action even in the discomfort. And that's when you know that you're actually starting to grow. When you move beyond the fear. Yes, you're still afraid. Yes, it's still difficult. You're still shaking, but you're still moving. And I think that's where we get the victory. We get the victory when we move, even though we're scared, even though we're shaking, even though we're afraid, even though we're uncomfortable, we still make those moves. And that's what I just wanted to come on here to tell us today, to remember that it's okay to be uncomfortable. It's okay to do it afraid. In fact, that's the best time to do it. Do it afraid. Don't overthink it. Just do it. You're uncomfortable, you're afraid, but just do it. So today I want you to be okay with being uncomfortable, because in most cases, that discomfort is a sign of growth. It means that you're growing. Go after those things that fill you with fear. Go after those things that make you afraid. I challenge myself these days to wake up and say to myself, like, okay, what's that thing that I'm afraid of doing today? What's that thing that I've been procrastinating, and why am I procrastinating it? Remember, sometimes when you procrastinate something, it's because you're afraid. So I'll ask myself, like, what's the thing that I've been procrastinating? What's the thing that I've been afraid to do? I'm going to do it afraid. I'm going to do it. Write it down. Planning. Write it down. You can even write down, like, for the week, these are the fears that I'm confronting. These are the things that have been making me uncomfortable, but I know that they're beneficial for my growth and they're necessary. Go after those things. Go do those things. And you realize that your faith muscle actually stretches as well. You believe a bit better. You trust God. You've got to trust God, because there's nothing that we can do apart from the power of God. Remember, discomfort is not a sign that you don't have to do it. We do it afraid. I hope you're going to be okay. I hope you're strong. Remember to pray. Remember to stay connected to God. Remember that all things work together for good. Even the tears, even the brokenness, even
It's
the
all
mistakes.
working together.